is the HP Pavilion laptop. I'm going to add an additional 8 gigabytes of RAM. So the first step is to use a little screwdriver to peel back the rubber tabs and these that will reveal screws. Take out the rubber piece entirely. In fact, just loosening the screw will be enough, and then lay the rubber back down so that the screw doesn't fall out whenever you're turning the laptop around. Next, remove the screws that are visible. A magnetic tray is very handy for keeping the different sizes of screws kind of sorted. So I use the very thin piece of metal with a spatula to kind of pry in this direction and get into the crease, and then turn this way and it will pop out, and then I can kind of follow in that direction and continue to pull the pieces apart. The corners are pretty tricky. A little utility knife I found works very well too. I can push in this direction and then rotate, and you can see it's prying them apart. I probably have to go a little farther to get to the next snap point though. If you can land the tool right in the area where the snap point is, it'll work a lot better. If you're far away, say if you're in between two of the snap points and you're trying to go in the middle, you're gonna have to pry really hard as compared to if you go right at where the two pieces are joined. So, and that's guesswork until you've pulled it apart for the first time. So it looks like there's one right here. And I was right. So I could see, based on the way the plastic was flexing, where the snap point actually was. All right, that corner came apart okay. So at this point, I have enough that I might be able to do it by hand carefully. Now I'm on the side with the Ethernet port, or opposite of the optical drive, because I think that there's one more snap point on this side. So I noticed that this screw, even though it felt loose, was still holding on a little bit, so I put pressure and then I turn the screw until it pops free. So I'll just do that to this side too. Except no, this one's already good. Okay. So now I'm going to try to work on the bottom. All right, so at this point, the optical drive will actually come out entirely, and you can see that is the SATA connector. There are a couple snaps along the back, and so there's one right in the middle. So I kept thinking there was something in this area that was holding it down. I realized there's actually a second screw. I didn't peel the tab far enough back. So once this guy's out, by golly, look at that. All right. And sure enough, there's a second screw on the other side too. All right, let's see what happens. While we're at it, I'm going to add an additional 8 gigabytes of RAM. So in order to remove the RAM, you see these two metal tabs. On this one, you just pull them both at the same time, and it springs up like that for you. So very nice. So while the top's open, let's look at some of the other components that you might be interested in replacing or upgrading. This is the hard drive. That's where all your files are stored. If you wanted to upgrade to a solid state hard drive, you could buy, they're pretty much standard. Just get a 2.5-inch SSD, and this is the 2.5-inch dimension. I mean, they're pretty much all like that. And then it has this SATA port, which this isn't a SATA cable, but it goes into what this appears to be an adapter that then plugs into the hard drive. So the hard drive you buy won't have this adapter. You'll just, but this adapter should like mate with the hard drive you buy. Anyway, and here's the RAM card. I don't see it written on here how much RAM it has, but note that there's a second RAM card. While we're at it, I'm going to add an additional 8 gigabytes of RAM, which could be a nice thing. This is the Wi-Fi card, and sometimes those also have Bluetooth. I don't know if this computer has Bluetooth. The fan, of course, is important to check the airways to make sure that nothing is blocked. So instead of having the fan directly on the CPU, they have this piece of metal here which will kind of wick the heat away from the CPU, and the heat will be removed at this point where the fan is. So the heat will transfer down and conduct through this metal piece, and then the fan will cool the metal from here. So with the back gently set, I'm going to flip it over and check that the computer will power on. All right, well, everything booted up nice, so I shut it down, and now I can put the optical drive back in and snap the back on and put the screws in. Now I'm ready for the back. All right, so just kind of go around and hit all the tabs. Now, this laptop actually had 2 sizes of screws. These little short ones go in the front, and there's only 2 of them. The longer ones are what are used in the rest of the laptop. And on the front, when I just was putting the screws in, it was sort of attaching itself, but then I realized this metal lip is supposed to come up over, so you may have to go along and press on the plastic and get it to fall behind the metal lip. I have 1 screw left, but before I put that in, I actually have to put the optical drive back in, and I waited until last because the back has to already be on. I couldn't put this on, before I put the back, because the back actually has this part that comes down below the drive and above the drive. So the back's already, it has to be on. So I'm just gonna, all right, I have to kind of gingerly do this. All right. So I can feel it right there pressing into the SATA port. And now I'll put the screw in. I can check my work by pulling on the optical drive and seeing that it doesn't slide out anymore. All right, this will be the final reboot. All right, well, that's how you pull one of these HP pavilions apart and replace the battery or the RAM or whatever else you want. Thanks for watching.